an Uprising. Welcome to today's show. Well, the witch herself, Marina Abramovic, is still out there. She's still kicking, still living off of the blood of children, still living off of spirit cooking and all the other disturbing witchcraft that she's involved with. But how ironic that all of these so-called people who are outed as witches all seem to tie into these agendas that people such as myself cover that really don't have a connection to them at all. Now Marina Abramovic is involved in global warming. This performance artist, wink wink, who has dumped coagulated blood on walls, talked about bathing in urine, who you've seen if you've watched this channel for a while, you know who she is. If you don't know, Marina Abramovic is a witch, a high-ranking witch who is involved with the likes of Jay-Z, Lady Barfbag Gaga, and many others. She just happens to be really close friends with all these millionaire Hollywood celebrities. And what she does is she was also linked to the Pizzagate conspiracy, whether you believe in that or not, or you believe in some of the things you saw there, which at the very least, many people should believe in some of the things that they saw, because it's pretty hard for people, it should be hard for people to ignore some of the posts that James Alifantis was putting up. But I understand if people don't want to believe WikiLeaks is real. I totally get that, because anything obviously that comes into the mainstream, you have to question and say, all right, they're leaking this stuff for a reason. But it was never hidden that Marina Abramovic was a witch. There's videos of her on YouTube. There's her documentaries that I've covered where she does bloodletting rituals, where she cuts pentagrams into her own flesh. All sorts of disturbing stuff from this witch. And now she is just an advocate for the hoax known as global warming. One of the biggest scams that we've ever seen in our lives. You can read here, it says, Marina Abramovic's newest performance is an app designed to fight climate change. So, believe it or not, we're now seeing the day where Marina Abramovic herself, has an app. And the whole purpose of the app is to fight global warming. But wait, it gets better. Listen to this. The Rising app shows an avatar of Abramovic surrounded by melting ice caps inside a glass tank that slowly fills with water. And only we can save her by pledging to support the environment. Well, wait a minute. This is an app I can get along with. You're telling me that we can get Marina Abramovic inside of a glass tank that slowly fills with water, and we can actually fill that tank with water and not pledge to support the environment? Sounds like a win-win, being that the entire environmental thing is nothing more than a hoax. Okay, it's for carbon tax, it's for many things that include depopulation, and the fact that people believe that there's actually global warming going on. You'll have to see these things with the ice caps. Take a look around the country this year. It's pretty cold. Pretty cold. We had blizzards in Chicago a week ago, 2 weeks ago, right? Temperature's been down all across the board, but they'll just keep telling you that global warming and this stuff is real. And then all these idiots who think that they're scientific because they have degrees in science and all this other crap, they come out and they're like, oh, you guys don't get it. Yeah, we get it. Go outside with a short sleeve shirt on. Tell me what the temperature is. Thank you very much. Not hard to figure out. I don't need you to tell me. And then get in touch with somebody on the other side of the world and ask them how it's going. Get in touch with somebody in Vermont, in New York, in Chicago, Alaska, Washington. Write down the data. That's all you need. Nonetheless, this is an app. First of all, who is buying this app? Other than the fact that someone like me who would want to buy the app to watch Marina Abramovic drown, which would be a wonderful thing. It says if you're heading to 58th Venice next week, you better bring rubber boots. It's expected to rain. Floods more than 60 times a year, partly because of the island is sinking, but climate change is causing sea levels to rise. It taps into all the ice collapsing from Antarctica, expected to raise sea levels by 100 feet, where cities like New York and Venice will suffer. Aww. How do we fix climate change when there's no way to stop it? Godmother of performance art, Marina Abramovic. By the way, one of the great things of last year was when Marina Abramovic had a painting smashed over her head. And I believe Marina Abramovic was supposed to do something where she was electrocuting herself. I don't know if that ended up happening or not, but anyway, godmother of performance art, Marina Abramovic, who was in the first issue of Garage. This article is coming from Vice/Garage. In 2011, has created an app with an environmental message. So all these Satanists, right? All these people in Hollywood, all of them connected, they are just all about global warming. And what is the connection there? Oh, they're pagan. We're supposed to believe they're pagan, right? Well, they just care about the environment. Huge coincidence, right? That Leo DiCaprio with his Kabbalah bracelet, Marina Abramovic, all these other celebrities are just so into the environment. I don't know. I go outside, I don't see much of a problem unless I look above my head and I see the chemtrails that are being dumped on me. Other than that, I still see trees growing. I still see plants growing. I still see fruit and vegetables growing. The only problem I see is when I look up in the sky and it's a hazy day for no reason whatsoever because it's supposed to be blue skies. Don't hear these lowlifes talking about that. If they're such environmentalists, aren't talking about these chemtrail clouds that are being dusted over our heads while they're dumping aluminum on us. No. We're supposed to believe that, oh, man, we got global warming. We've got to focus on the, not enough plants are apparently growing. I mean, I don't know where these people are looking, but drive around the country anywhere right now, everything's green. And now it says she's showing artwork behind her app as recently as this week in Montreal. She's running the Abramovic Institute also in upstate New York. And she's debuting an opera in Munich this fall. So if you're walking around and you feel the need to urinate, these are all places you might want to check out. The Phi Center in Montreal, the Abramovic Institute in upstate New York, and the 7 Deaths of Maria Callas, which apparently is some festival in the fall. That sounds normal. These people are just such freaks. And then they ask her, they say, what scares you the most about climate change, Marina? And this witch says, we're denying the process as much as we can. The fact that it can happen in our lifetime, I think it's not just my duty, but everyone else's too. I live in America, a country with Donald Trump, who thinks it doesn't exist. This kind of problem. Hey Marina, why don't you drive up? Well, you're going to be in Montreal, and it's May. How's the temperature up there? Pretty sure there's still snow on the ground. Hey Marina, why don't you visit some of these places and you claim that, oh, there's such a problem with the weather. It's cold everywhere right now. Global warming? If it was global warming, it'd be 80 degrees in January, okay? And we know you turn on the heart machine and you do all this weather manipulation, these people, not her specifically. She's just a standard witch, scumbag, piece of garbage. It's funny that nobody even asked, like, why is she famous? Why is she being interviewed? Because she had held her head to head with Jay-Z? Because she crapped in a diaper? Oh no, well that's not mainstream. I'm just saying that's what she does on a regular basis. I mean, she's only 90, but she's, drinking blood and bathing in it, so you would think she's 60 from how she looks. And, carving pentagrams on her chest, on her stomach. But these aren't witches, folks. No, they're regular people like you and me. A complete joke. They go on to interview her about her take on all these things, and I'm not going to read that because nobody cares. But if you're interested, there's an app now with Marina Abramovic where you have to save the environment or she dies. And she drowns. So, I mean, if you got nothing else to do and you're looking to not save the environment, why not try the app out? I mean, I can't get an app on my phone, but I'd love to see if anybody takes screenshots. I mean, sure. They ask you some questions, they'll show her in the thing, drowning of water. I mean, I would just keep answering whatever the opposite answer of yes is, or the correct answer is. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's only a simulation, so you're not wishing harm on anyone. But I mean, sooner or later, it's going to be the fate of all these witches. Right? They're all going to suffer the same fate when they lose on Judgment Day. So, Marina Abramovic, like all these celebrities, pushing climate change now. You can't make it up. How ridiculous and obvious it is. They all are behind the same agendas. They all just are pro-environment. Climate change is a problem. They're all anti-guns, right? So they're all pro getting rid of guns. They're all pro-LGBT. They're all pro 5-year-olds deciding their gender. Oh, this has nothing to do with satanic worship. No, give me a break. And thank you for listening to today's show. These losers are just running out of time. God bless all of you and your families.